The day I recorded this interview with Al was a weird day to be in LA. It was the day Michael Jackson died. And I heard these rolling reports of is he or isn't he, on my drive over to Al's house from an interview I had just done with Phil Proctor of the Firesign Theater.
What was great about the Firesign Theater was I could play an entire side of an album while I was a disc jockey and go home and take a shower and come back and be all refreshed and then go on to something else. So they were very appealing to me on a number of levels. Besides the satire and the
That's right, just the chance
the prescience of their whole routine.
That may have been their main appeal, was the chance to shower. It could have been,
Could be.
That was in the days of FM radio.
The DJ's friend, yes.
As we came to know FM radio.
Right.
Right, as we came to love FM radio.
That was back in the days. I was in college and I had a part-time job on the commercial radio station, as well as the campus radio station, and I had a midnight shift. So back then I was Al Matthews, playing, calming AOR music for you to fall asleep to while you're studying for your finals. I kind of long for the days we were talking about back when there was such a thing as freeform radio. I mean, it's really hard to find that,
It's really hard to find.
Today.
Yeah, having driven across the country, I'm looking for it everywhere I go, I can tell you.
And the station was getting more and more programmed. There's a station in LA, KROQ, which is one of the big alternative stations. But they're very tightly programmed. And back when I was first starting out, I could literally walk in off the street to the radio station, walk into the control room, and I knew the disc jockey. I was like, "Hey, Jed, you want to play this?" And he literally put it on the turntable and put it on the air immediately without even heard it. Yeah, let's see what it sounds like on the air. That would never happen.
Right.
In today's climate.
It must be interesting evolving from MTV to a place now where you're dealing with this world from that world, Like UHF, for instance,
Yeah. On the day that we officially went digital with television, they had a 20th anniversary screening of UHF at a local revival theater, which I thought was kind of a little bittersweet, I guess.
Yeah, right. Did you go?
I didn't. I'd seen the movie before.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
Probably more than
I know how this ends.
In the world.
So will there be a UHF 2 or?
Probably not. I'm guessing not at this point.
And your stuff has always been squeaky clean in that sense.
Yeah.
Right, and that's a conscious decision, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Are there times when you want to include profanity?
It's
never
really an extension of my
propped up?
personality.
Yeah.
I don't use profanity in my everyday life. It's just that's just the way I tend to write, and it's not like I want to use those words and I can't, or I don't feel like I should because I've got this family-based audience now. It's just it's sort of like that's just what I've chosen to do. Which is not to say that I look down my nose at people that work blue or incorporate that kind of humor. I like that stuff as well. It's just not the kind of humor that I personally wanted.
But and many of the songs that you parodize are full of that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun because some parents say that their kids can now listen to the song without them having to worry about the words because it's the Weird Al version. It's okay now to listen to that particular rap song or whatever it happens to be.
That's good. That's good.
Maybe I'm a gateway
You're
to
a gateway experience, right?
That could be.
Well, but if that's true, then they'll hear the original,
right?
And it'll never be as good as yours, because yours is the real one, right?
This is on that subject. This is obviously not a profane song, but it amused me when I did my parody of Don McLean's American Pie because it was a big hit on Radio Disney, and the 10 and 12-year-olds listening to it didn't know the Don McLean song. They just thought, Al did a song about Star Wars. And then when Madonna did her cover of American Pie the next year, all these kids were going how come Madonna's doing an unfunny version of a Weird Al song? Which is very odd.